Hey there, Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon, Cancer Rising. Welcome to your full moon reading for Sunday, February 5th or the 6th, depending on where you are in the world. Here in the United States in the Eastern Time Zone, it's happening at 1:29 p.m. There is a chart calculator in the description box below to help you. This one wants to come too. Whoa. Okay. All right, so we're going to take a look at what the challenge is for you. We're going to look at the opportunity, get some advice from Spirit, and also get you some crystals to work with, some mantras. Messages are already coming in. I do want to mention very quickly we are in the middle of this string of 16-degree point full moons, and that is about the harvesting, the releasing, the letting go, completing cycles so that we can get into some fresh new energy. And that really kicks in when we get that full moon eclipse that happens in Scorpio. It's at a different degree point. It's going to be at 15 degrees. These have all been at 16 since the middle of October, and all the way through the middle of April, they continue to be at 16 degrees. And so there's this energy at the 16-degree point of wrapping things up, of finishing projects. And there's something that is family related. It's very emotional. It's very difficult, Cancer, but it needs to be released. You have the tree. This is the one that wanted to come out. So this is not the primary energy, but this feels like the one where if you finish this, you move to the next phase, and you can do both in this moon. And so you have here the tree. Let it go. Let them go. So those family members, that karmic energy you're carrying. So sometimes it's not necessarily a family member. So it could be karmic ancestral energy that you are carrying. For instance, you were raised. There's this book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, it talks about how when you're raised in a family where money is not an issue, you never think money is an issue, and you just always feel abundant. And if you feel abundant, then you live in abundance, and abundance comes to you. Right? If you're in a situation where you're, say your dad had a lot of money, but he was never home, you could still be in the energy of lack then because you didn't feel the love, right? So it's the abundance that you felt in your childhood, whether it's around financial issues or emotional issues, especially when you're Cancer. Wherever the lack or the sense of abandonment or whatever, those are the karmic energies that you carry. And you can release those and let those go. So wherever you've been operating from a sense of lack in your life, this full moon is being activated because it's trining Chiron in Aries, the inner child energy of trying to release and let go and to heal, with Jupiter wanting to heal that energy. And Pisces trines your sign, and Venus is currently there. And she is trying to help you to empower and heal. And next month, Saturn moves into Pisces, and that trines your energy for the next 2 years to help you to construct a new you, right? And so you have the mirror. Treat your body like the palace it is. And so you're being asked to let go of your sense of lack and abandonment and to love yourself and treat yourself right. And this is about health. Like, are you taking care of what you need to do for your health? If you are a Cancer rising, this is all going on in your second house. That Leo is your second house. So self-worth, self-value, self-esteem. But even if that's where your moon is about how we feel, and it moves in that energy. If it's your sun sign, you're still picking that up. You're still picking that up because of that energy of Venus trining your sign. So Venus is going to come through and spend, June 6th, I think, to October 10th, hanging out in Leo, activating the same energy here of self-empowerment and self-value. And so this is a big time frame over the next really 9 months. So it's sort of like birthing the new you. But to do that means you have to do the work. Are you choosing to eat healthy? Are you getting enough rest? Are you walking? Walking is such great exercise. Maybe you really can't do that, but is there something you can do? And so a new letting go of putting everybody and everything else first and taking care of yourself first is really important here. But also creating a new routine in this new energy, this clearing out energy. Because here, when you have a fire, and it's like a controlled burn, because that's what it looks like. It's a controlled burn. The carbon and the nitrogen that is released in the soil creates fertile soil to grow something new. In here, that something new is the sun coming up on the new day. This is the night energy into the day. So let go of the sense of I'll be happy when I lose this weight. I'll be happy when I have more money. That's a sense of lack. Instead, choose to be happy now. And then take action that a healthy person would do. Wow. You have the opportunity to be whole again. You have the opportunity to be whole again by letting go of whatever this karmic energy is. And you may not know what the karmic energy is, and you don't need to know it to let it go. There is, in the description box below, I have a link to a violet flame meditation. It's just music, but you can simply visualize yourself in the middle. Like, just lay down on your bed, play this music, and visualize yourself surrounded by this violet flame, and just visualize it burning up all the lower frequency energies that are attached to you. And visualize Archangel Michael coming in with Saint Germain, and together they're holding this energetic space around you. And Archangel Michael is using his sword of truth to cut away the karmic energy. Watch it fall away and burst into light, and like sparkles of light as they go, and visualize that. You don't even have to know what it is. And Saint Germain is holding the energy of this healing, of this transforming this energy. And do this with that full moon. Do this with that full moon. Create that space for you. It's the dragon of rebirth. It's the new dawn of the new day that brings you in. Treat your body like the palace it is. Commit to making lifestyle changes that support the fact that you're worthy of having whatever it is you want. So, commit to putting $5 aside a week if you feel like you're lacking in money. And don't touch it. Like, really don't. Because when you put it aside and you know that you're doing that, but you don't need it, so you don't have to touch it. You just put it aside. And so, time to get into your budget, because it is the second house, self-worth, self-value, self-esteem. Finances and our body image are often related because it's a sense of worthiness. And the problem with that is you're totally worthy of everything. And so birth a new you and have grace for the process. It's not going to be, you're not going to, okay. So you start, it's like a New Year's resolution, right? You start out really strong, and then, oh my gosh, Fat Tuesday comes along and you indulge, and then boom, you're done, right? Oh, well, I fell off the wagon. I can't get back. I'm not any good. No, don't have that conversation. Say, oopsie. And visualize yourself climbing back up onto the wagon, literally. Like, it's just being human, but you get stronger every time you lift yourself back up onto the wagon, right? It's like the swimmers in the pool, when you watch them and they stick their forearm, their hands on the edge of the pool, and they push themselves up and they hop right out like it's nothing. Trust me, it's something. But with practice, I could start doing it. It takes time. It takes practice. Everything does. And so you're practicing on how to treat yourself, and treat your physical body, and treat your financial body and your emotional body as though you're really of value, because you are. You know what I did? I think it was the Cancer bonus reading. When I did the Cancer bonus reading, all they wanted to talk about was money. You were the only sign they talked about money to. Really. Yours was so financial. And next week when I do the extra readings, they're going to be about money. So key in on that too. But go back and listen to that bonus reading if you haven't already. They have so much here to share with you. Okay, so, wow. Oh my God, Cancer, this is your year. Do not forget that 2023 is the year for me. You see that every day. I am so lucky. This is my lucky year. Okay? And start acting like it. Start treating yourself, because these cards, oh my God, there's not even a bad one here. So we have the Six of Pentacles, financially being in balance, having enough to give to others, but having enough for yourselves. We have the Two of Swords. But look, she has two things. One of them's already hit the bullseye. It's like you have options and you have choices and decisions, and using your intuition, which is totally your superpower, you're going to hit the target. And you have the Page of Cups, okay? Creative ideas, being inspired, trying something new. And then comes the Swords. We've got the Queen of Swords with the Ace of Swords. This is what is true for you. This is your discernment. This is the clarity you need. This is the understanding that you have what you need to create this rebirth process. And you have the strength. Again, every time you fall off the wagon, just put yourself back up there and feel how resilient you are, how you're getting stronger, how quickly you bounce back. It's okay to be human, because you are human. But it's okay to remember you are divine, because you are divine. Right? The body temple. And so with the Strength card comes the Sun and the Ten of Pentacles. And in the Sun card, we have the child, so the inner child. We have the wise woman, and we have the mother. But this mother is pregnant. That's you. That's you embracing your wisdom, embracing your inner child, dancing with them, and getting ready to birth a whole new you. It's a fabulous energy. This is a very, very empowering for you full moon happening here. And with it in square with Uranus, there's going to be like this powerful energy, this download, this insight that comes in. But it's enshrined with the healing energy of Chiron, conjunct Jupiter over there in Aries, that inner child. And so let go of the negative self-talk, right? So often what we say to ourselves are things that were said to us when we were younger than 7. My daughter said something to me recently. And she opened up her mouth, and she was actually talking to me about me. But it was something that my mother-in-law used to say to me all the time in front of her when she was 2. She doesn't even remember that that's what came out of her mouth. I was like, whoa. It is so ingrained in us. We're like little sponges. And so unless our parents were able to be there and nurture us and make us feel safe and secure, and Cancer, I gotta say, I think the journey of Cancer is to learn how to create that for ourselves. We run around with that little house on us, right? We have to learn how to nurture and take care of ourselves. And I think that most Cancers, they're very nurturing and giving to others, but they forget they're supposed to do it for themselves. Because mostly that was something they had to learn how to do, because it wasn't necessarily given to them in their formative spongy years. It's just the journey. It's the journey you chose to be on. And so now with this energy at the 16 degree point for this long stretch of time, which is really interesting too, because it started with the full moon in Aries, And it's going to complete with the full moon in Libra. And when we come out of this and we go through we start the eclipse cycles, the North Node is moving into Aries. I was over here with Aries. Into Aries for the North Node, the South Node in Libra, the beginning and the end. The me, I have value. The we, what do I need to let go of in the realm of we that does not support the fact that I am also a priority. And so that's the energy we're gearing up and getting into, and you're getting a little advanced opportunity here to work on it. Wow. So you have 3 gateway cards that I have not seen for anyone else yet. You have the Heart of Source, all-encompassing love, unconditional acceptance and serenity. That's what you're supposed to be giving to yourself. All-encompassing love, unconditional acceptance and serenity. Love who you are right now. Work toward what you would like to become, but there is nothing wrong with where you are now because you got there for a reason. And you got there to activate you to make these changes, because unless you feel uncomfortable, most people don't make a change. So loving and accepting yourself means you can't be mad at yourself because you made some bad financial choices, or you stress eat because something bad happened to you when you were younger, and that is how you comfort yourself. You can't be mad at yourself for your coping mechanisms, right? Accept that something happened and this is where you are and this is where you start. You're at the starting gate, which means you haven't done anything wrong. You're at the starting line. And what is the starting line? It's radically, unconditionally accepting and loving yourself. That's the journey. That's the journey for everybody. But Cancer, that is your journey right now being highlighted in a big way. And this is the year where you really can do it, where you show yourself the love emotionally, mentally, physically, and financially, and of course spiritually. Because you have the Gaia Gateway activation. Gaia is manifesting things into the 3D. This is money. This is money. This is career advancement. This is that house and that safety and that security. This is the taking ideas out of the ethers and grounding them by taking action to create and to manifest them. Learning experiences, wisdom transmission, and earth intelligence. Earth intelligence is grounding it and creating and building something. Learning experiences. The wise woman. You've learned things along the way. Now it's time to take that wisdom and apply it. Use what you've learned along the way to avoid the pitfalls and to start building something, right? Learning experience and wisdom transmission. Dance with your inner child and your wise woman and birth and create something new. And the Temple of Truth, look at that. That is a throat chakra that is wide open, and it is allowing the truth of who you are to flood on out. Speak the truth to yourself and anybody else that needs to hear it. Throat chakra, authenticity and self-expression. And that self-expression could be coming through in the form of this little Page of Cups, who's just learning how to express himself creatively. So be gentle with yourself. Talk to your inner child the way you wish you would have been talked to as a child. Right? This is new clarity, Ace of Swords. This is new wisdom coming through. But it's new wisdom, and it's the wise wisdom of the Queen. You know what to do with what you've learned. You know what to do with what you've learned. Your opportunity is to become whole again. And by whole again, I don't mean what you've experienced here. I mean the whole of who you are. You are a being of love. You are a being of light. And you are also a human being. All of it. The authentic self. Who are you? How funny is that? You are a being of love. You are a being of light. And you are a human being, is what they were saying as that card was sitting there and I didn't even see it. I can't really read when I'm in channel. And it says action is needed. You have to take action. Full moon empowers us to take action. Take action. Take action. Do something. Do something for yourself to start in the direction that you want to go. This year, you only get the big payout if you put in the energy. Focused intention will net wonderful, promising you. It's wonderful opportunities and results coming through for those who put in the work this year. And Cancer, you are uniquely placed to benefit. I would say Cancer, Capricorn, water signs in general. Water and earth are really going to do well this year. I think fire and air are going to be very triggered to get themselves set up for success. But you're already there. You're already uniquely placed to start doing that. Oh. It is easy for me to maintain overall well-being with conscious habits of health. Green aventurine. Get yourself a piece of this. Get yourself a bracelet. They make little bracelets with a lot of beads, right? I wear them all the time. Find some green aventurine. Get it in a pendant. It is easy for me to maintain overall well-being with conscious habits of health. Conscious habits of health is not just the physical body. I really want to express that because of where everything's being triggered, this also has to do with your spiritual body, your physical body, your mental body, your emotional body, your financial body. Maintain a healthy heart, improve beliefs about good health and overall well-being, increase your healthy outlooks on all levels, mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually, and I'm going to say, and financially. And there's a need for you to spend more time with spirit to really connect in. Get out for walks in nature, repot plants and get your hands in the dirt and just do it with some high frequency music playing and just be in the moment, journaling, regular morning meditation. There are, if you look on YouTube, there's plenty of them that are there to activate your DNA for healing of the body, for releasing negative energy, lots of frequencies, and you can meditate just by, I would get some green aventurine, I would get some selenite. Selenite clears quartz crystal, and I would say amethyst, and of course rose quartz. Okay, and they're saying citrine too. So those are like some basic ones to get. And for the throat chakra, although a throat chakra one didn't show up here, okay? So even though you have this throat chakra activation, anything that's blue and appeals to you, go ahead and pick that up and use that. And I meditate regularly. I am insightful. My connection with the universal wisdom guides me daily. It's apophyllite. Apophyllite is found in copper mines. And copper is a conduit of energy. It gets energy flowing. So this is why it says to access all information and knowledge is available. Because this one right here, the spiritual aspect of it, is hanging out with the copper. And so the regular meditation allows you to really get in touch with your authentic self, your higher self, to receive the information you need to make the choices that you would like to do to stay really fully engaged this year in the long-term goal. So remember, past lives as are needed. This is that karmic release. You don't necessarily need to remember them to release them. I feel like using some apophyllite will help you when you're doing that meditation. Stay centered and maintain a quiet mind. So you do need to incorporate that for part of this. So really, Cancer, to be very successful this year, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, and financially, got to bring those things into balance. Those are 5 sides of your life. They create a pentagon, and a pentagon is a power, it's sacred geometry of power. Why do you think the Pentagon in the United States is a pentagon? All right, guys, you take great care of yourselves. This is a powerful full moon. Use it to the best of your ability. And don't be mad at yourself when you fall off the wagon. Just get back up, okay? All right, I'll talk to you guys soon. I think I'm going to end this.